Alright everybody, welcome back to Try This Tuesdays. Today we are going to be showcasing a rib roll off of a white-tailed deer I got back in January. It has been vacuum sealed in this packaging since January and it's still fresh as can be. We set it out to thaw and we're going to show you how to cook this. Like I said, it's a rib roll, so basically it is the entire rack of ribs, but the bones have been removed. I went through every single rib and cut out the bones. I'll show you some pictures of that up over here. And we have never cooked one of these before, but just like a rack of ribs, it has a lot of connective tissue, so it needs to cook for a very long time. So we're going to cook it in the crock pot today, and then whenever it's done, we're going to show you how to make some awesome burritos. Okay, so now we're ready to get this going in the crock pot. A lot of people don't even cook ribs off of a deer, but I believe if you kill an animal, you should utilize as much of it as possible. Most of the time with game meat, you're going to try and remove all this sinew, all the fat and tissue, but with ribs, there's not a lot there. This will all be removed in the slow cooking process in the liquid inside the crock pot, so we're not going to worry about that today. We're just going to put that in there. Just want to lay it down. And we're going to take some of this better than bouillon beef stock that I've already made up here. I have about 3 cups of it. And we're going to pour it over our meat. Okay, so we have some of our ingredients that are going to go in here. These are our seasonings. This is oregano, garlic powder, pepper, cumin, and onion powder. And we're just going to get all those mixed in there. Then on top of that, we're going to add some chopped onion. Quite a bit. I like the onion flavor. And this is all going to cook down. Alright, we got all our seasonings in there. You're going to salt this to taste, and then we're just going to put the lid on and turn it up to high and let that cook for an 8-hour period. Alright guys, this has been cooking for like a good 8 hours now. Ought to be nice and tender. We're going to pull it out of the crock pot, let it drip a little bit, get it on the cutting board. Look at that. Okay everyone, so the whole idea behind Try This Tuesdays is I want you to be able to recreate these dishes in your own kitchen. So if you don't hunt and have access to wild game and a rib roll, you can use like any kind of beef roast, like a lean beef roast, any kind of flank or like side meat. You can even use like jackfruit because that shreds. If you're vegetarian, you can do like a vegetarian burrito with this and use jackfruit and shred it apart. Let's get to cutting this apart and see how it tastes. You can see it just falls apart. All that connective tissue has just become gelatinous inside the crock pot in that slow cooking process, and it is so tender. This is going to be so good on burritos. Before we make our burritos, let's give this a little taste test. See how it turned out. That's really good. Kaylee, let me take the camera and let you try it.
Alright, so here's a little fatty piece where all the flavor is. And let's give it a try. That's totally good.
Really good? Mm-hmm. It is absolutely astounding that people do not utilize the rib meat off of deer and they leave that laying in the field. Look at that. That's a huge meal. Okay, so guys, it is absolutely crazy to me that people leave deer ribs in the field. Not only can you smoke them like traditional ribs and they come out amazing, but you can make a meal like this. And if you are limited on space, watch some videos from Hushin on how to cut out the rib roll out of a deer and take it home, and it'll take up less space in your cooler. But this is such good meat. Don't leave it laying in the field. Let's make some burritos. Okay guys, if you're not using the tortillas you cook in a pan, the ones that come in dough form, you are missing out. Fresh, warm tortillas for your burritos doesn't get any better. Alright, so there's a certain way I like to put together my burritos, and we have this one on tinfoil because we're going to wrap it up and take it to Rachel at work. I'm going to start off with a little layer of sour cream. Layer of guac. Next we'll do our cilantro lime rice. Don't want to overstuff it. We have this corn and black bean salsa. Now our main ingredient, put a little deer meat rib roll on there. Just like that. Top it with a little pico. And just a little of the cajete cheese. Okay, let's see if we can make all this goodness fit in this little tortilla. Use our fingertips, push it back a little bit. There we go. I'll just go ahead and wrap it for Rachel. Here we have it. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to Try This Tuesdays. We really appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our videos, and check out some of our other videos. If you want to see how we harvested this deer back in January, I'm going to link that video right here, and we'll catch you in that next one. Thanks for watching.